powered by Riverside.
What's up, everybody?
I
What's
like
up,
that.
Dr. King?
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, Miss Bimble? What's up?
Look, it is always great. Such a pleasure
I, I,
doing this
listen,
podcast.
I like that musical intro you just
I
gave us.
know. Look, we learning how to do it. We learning how to do it. Look,
Hey,
every
it's a process.
it's a process, and we are gonna get better and better as we continue to go, bro. I just tag you into the Facebook. Look, if you are on Facebook, please share this. And also, if you can go to our Gutter to Growth on YouTube
YouTube, yes, yes, yes.
subscribe, please do that, because guess what? You'll always have access to our podcast, because what I learned on Facebook, after a certain time, they
Yeah,
go
it
away.
deletes. It deletes.
Yes, so go and subscribe on YouTube. Those of you who are on YouTube right now, just say hey. So we'll know that you're there. And if you are here with us in the Riverside studio, welcome as well. Look, if you are joining us tonight, I want you to know that we love seeing those comments. So drop those comments when they come, because it's just amazing. And you just never know who may benefit from what you have to
What
say.
you have to say?
Yeah, so drop that. So,
All of
Dr.
our yeah.
King,
Yes,
how was
ma'am.
your day? How was your
Hey,
day?
listen. I want to say my day was made today. My little cousin Tanisha sent me a video of our little cuz with the book. And listen to me. Today was packed. You know, the students are just getting here first week of school and
Wow.
everything. So trying to get them situated and settled. But when she sent that video of her having that book and saying that she read it and everything, and she enjoyed it, made my day. Look,
That
cuz I'm
awesome.
starting out this video with a shout out to you. Thank you so much. You blessed me. Cousin Tanisha, thank you. Teresa, thank you so much. It blessed us real good.
Awesome. And if you're wondering what book he's talking about, Dr. King and Tony Benford, they are bestsellers for a children's book called Huddle Up, The Mighty Red Ant.
Mighty
So
red and
yeah, so you can go and grab that on Amazon. And I'm telling you, the pictures alone
the
will
picture.
just
Hey, I'm telling you, it draws you in.
so,
It draws
so
you in. It makes me feel like I'm at BCU at the
yeah,
band, the cheerleaders, the football. It makes it, Tony, Benford, Florida State,
yeah, yeah.
he gives you that feel.
So check it out. Look, tonight, say tonight.
Tonight.
Tonight. Look, tonight is gonna challenge us. I know we say this every week, but it's like every time we're going through our topics of what we're gonna talk about, it definitely has me checking my own heart, checking my own thought process. I'm like, okay, where am I when it comes to this?
It's all about being better. So if you're not
Yes,
checking yourself, you need
yes.
something that'll check you.
And what you need to know, audience, that a lot of times we come up with topics based upon what you've shared. So in your comments, you may be just sharing your heart. You may have dropped a nugget, but it hits something like a core within us to say, you know what, maybe we need to address this.
Yes.
And this tonight, Dr. King was like, we got to talk about
Gotta
this.
talk about it. Yeah.
So tonight we are gonna talk about the difference between fixed mindset and growth mindset, and how each of them affects the healing and the
Give.
forgiveness process, because
Yes.
it
Yes.
is clearly a difference.
It's clearly a difference.
And basically, based upon what you choose, is going to determine the results of your life
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes.
those around you.
And the
So,
people around, and it kind of dictates too who you surround yourself with.
yes.
Because if you
Yeah.
like draws like. So if
Mhm.
you are a fixed mindset type of person, you normally are going to have fixed mindset type of people around you. But if you're a growth mindset type of person, you kind of shift away. So that's why some people who are fixed mindset think that you're acting funny, because you refuse to stay in the same place.
Right.
You
And
refuse to recycle your pain.
so let's help people out, because some people, we don't want to just assume that people understand what we're talking about when we say fixed mindset, and we when we talking
Yeah.
about growth mindset. So let's talk about that fixed mindset personality, because
Hmm.
the fixed mindset will have you thinking that a thing is permanent,
Yes.
that it's nothing that can be changed. Like, this is how it is, this is how it has always been, and this is just what it will be
Be.
moving forward. Whereas when you have a growth mindset, you realize that what comes with that is choosing.
Choose. You got a choice.
It's some choices that can be made. And in that growth mindset, we realize that situations are momentary and they don't have to be permanent, because as we grow, growth mindset,
Hmm.
things should be changing to show that level of growth that we're talking about. And tonight we're going to talk about why that's so important when it comes to forgiveness
Yes.
and healing. Um,
Yes.
Something that I thought about, I just, and and I'm sure you've experienced it, where you've talked to people so many times and they will flat out tell you, I can't forgive that person.
Oh, most definitely.
It'll never happen. I can't do. They'll say, I can't forgive this person, or I can't move past this, or this is something that I'm going to have to deal with for the rest of my life.
Uh-huh.
Like, they'll even tell you, I'm going to take this to my
My
grave.
grave. I've heard that. I'll take that to my grave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it sometimes is so sad to me, because you see people just letting their life just pass them by, and them staying stuck because they don't realize that they can choose a better way.
I've learned that um, that unhealed people are unhealthy people. Unhealed people are unhealthy people. You got to understand what bitterness will do to you. I mean, it's statistical. It's data. What will unforgiveness do to you? What will it do to you physically? What will it do to you mentally? What will it do to you emotionally? What will it do to you spiritually? So if you are an unforgiving person, if you are, you know what I'm saying, if you are an unhealed individual, you're living an unhealthy life in every facet of your life. And so that's what we don't understand. We don't understand when we hold on to things that we're inviting certain things into our life. You hold on to it, so you invite sickness, you invite pain,
Oh,
you
wow.
invite disappointment, you invite dysfunction, you invite worry, you invite stress, you invite heartache, you invite heartbreak. We don't understand when we choose to remain unhealthy. You know what I'm saying? We're saying that I want to stay when we choose to remain unhealed, we're saying that I want to remain unhealthy in every aspect of my life. There's some things that are not worth holding on to. There are some people, listen, there are some people who are not worth holding on to. They will
Mm,
cost you your peace. Hmm. Come
mm,
on now. They will
yeah.
co- they will cost you your peace. But when it comes, I'm telling you, I'm at an age where my peace is important to me.
It's
So
so
my peace is important. So people will cost you things, and then you will look back years later and say, if I would have let them go, or if I would have let that go, I would have been better
yes.
off. But the problem is with that fixed mindset is focused on that temporary healing. It's
Mm,
focused on the moment. It's focused on the moment. So at this moment, what I'm doing or what I'm saying feels good.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. And I know it won't last long, but I'm only focused on the moment. And I'm telling you, that moment will turn into a lifetime if you're not careful.
Man, I'm still stuck on when you said an unhealed person is an unhealthy
Yeah.
person, because that like hit me to the core of like it's not even worth it.
Yeah.
Like I'm giving that person like just the right to like affect my life,
Oh,
like
yeah.
this whole me, like my body,
It,
my
come on.
mind, my spirit, like
Think of people that say, we say things and we don't realize the power of our words. You make me sick.
oh gosh.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm sick of you. I'm
Mm.
tired of being around. Think about what that, see, we say it with our mouth, but we don't understand what it does to our body and to our spirit. So
Even
it's not,
I
yeah.
hate when people say I hate, like, do
I
you
hate,
know the feeling in the
you create
inside?
you create an attachment. That's
Mm.
what you don't realize. You create an attachment. You create something that attaches itself to you. And when something, because guess what? Our words have life. It's a
Yeah.
living organism, right?
Yeah.
So if something attaches itself to you, that's a living organism. It wants to grow. That's
Wow.
what cancer does, right? It
Wow.
starts out as this tiny
Yes.
cell, but eventually evolves into this major mass. So that's what happens. It wants to attach itself to you and grow. So when you speak these words, you got to understand you're creating attachments in your life. And they may not be the attachments that you want, or you may think I'm just saying that, but you have to
Yeah.
understand what you're saying has a long-term effect.
Wow. Wow.
Mhm.
And you know, just chewing on all this today, one of the biggest things, the reason why a fixed mindset makes forgiveness so hard is because we want to remain the victim.
Ooh, ooh,
And we
ooh.
feel like we have a right to just stay in that victim mentality.
There we go.
Like, man, and it's like we make that victim mentality our identity.
Our identity. Yeah.
Y'all need to chew,
Come on now.
like,
You
chew
got to make a
on that.
choice.
Like,
Are you going to be a victim, or are you going to be a victor?
yeah,
And I'm telling you, the reason we choose to be a victim is because it takes, really, when we're talking about life, it takes no effort to be a victim.
right.
It takes effort to
Always
be a victor.
blame for every
Yeah.
single thing. Like,
Because that's what, when you take on the victim mentality, you make the excuse or you put the blame on somebody else. But when you take on the victim role, you take charge. You take
wow.
responsibility.
Yeah,
You no longer are passing responsibility. You no longer passing the blame. If I'm going to be the victor, I'm taking the blame. And
yeah,
even while taking the blame, I still choose to move forward. You see
wow.
it? I still choose to move forward. I still choose to not remain complacent. I still choose to not remain stagnant. I'm choosing because I choose to be a victor with
Yeah,
everything that comes with it. Because there's a
yeah,
lot to come with it. You know,
yes,
when you think about an athlete training, there's a lot that comes with an athlete training to be the best.
yeah,
You don't become, there's a lot. So I gotta take on everything that comes with it in order to be that victor. So guess what? If that's the case, if I gotta take everything on that is required to be a victim, everything on that's required to be a victor, I might as well be a victor.
yeah, right. Because as you were talking, I'm like, really, when you hold on to that victim mentality, you're in bondage.
Whew.
Like, it is no freedom there.
No freedom.
Like, you are just really saying that I'm okay being bound.
Mm.
And those of you who are like,
Ooh.
"You don't know that," but you are saying it's okay for me to be bound by that person who wronged me or that situation. You're saying I'm cool here.
I'm
When
cool with that.
yeah, yeah.
I'm cool because what happens is you're talking about, think about being bound.
Mm-hmm.
When you're bound, you have gotten to the place to where you don't want to go home.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
living in bondage. We're talking about living. We're saying bound, we're actually talking about living in bondage. I don't even want to go home to the place that gives me peace, to the
Wow.
place that's supposed to give me joy. See, we will walk around, and because we stay busy, we don't realize we're in bondage
Wow.
because we stay busy. That's why a lot of people, I'm here to help. Listen, let me help somebody. Let me help somebody. If you find yourself always trying to find something to do in order to keep from going home or doing certain things or being around certain people, huh? You're not busy. You're in bondage
Hmm.
because that's avoidance. What you're trying to do, a fixed mindset will have you spending your time trying to figure out ways to avoid the situation, trying to avoid the circumstance. That's what it does. So
Hmm.
you're not busy. You're bound.
Wow. And man, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm telling you, you don't have to be bound.
You don't have to be bound.
Once you experience a life of freedom, look, you'll learn to forgive quickly and move on.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
you'll learn that it's not beneficial to hold on to offense. Like the
Ooh.
Bible say, if something offend you, cut it off.
Yeah. Yes.
Like,
I,
I'm
mm.
telling you, so it is just not worth it to sit
It's
there and hold on to things and be bound.
and be bound and stay in certain places and that require and that's that and but that's when growth comes in because that growth mindset, that fixed mindset will tell you so many things and you take them into your relationships, you take them into, what I'm saying, you take them on your job. Come on.
Mhm.
We take these things we'll take this fixed mindset on our job. We operate with this fixed mindset when it comes to raising our children. We
Yeah.
operate with this fixed mindset when it comes to managing our money. You know what I'm saying? We operate with this fixed mindset, but this growth mindset allows you to realize, hey, there is so much more. There's so much more. But I want to say this as it pertains to it as well. We got to understand a fixed mindset does nothing but change you to your past. It just handcuffs you to your past. That's
Wow.
all it does. But a growth mindset is saying, look, the growth mindset say, here's the seed. I
Wow.
need you to put it in the soil. And guess what? Watch me work. Watch me grow. Watch me grow. I need you to water me. I need you to nurture me. I need you to watch over me. I need you to till me. I need you to tour me and watch me grow. Watch me become something that you can pull from. Watch me become something greater than the seed because
Yes.
greatness is already in me.
Already look, because you were born with it.
You were born with it.
You were
You were
born.
born with it.
Look, we
Yeah.
got so much to get through.
So
We would almost do people a disservice
hmm,
if we don't share with them that it's a God thing when it comes to shifting
most
the
definitely.
fixed mindset and growth mindset. Because we are human, we do have
Hmm.
feelings, we have
Hmm.
sight,
Yes,
and
yes.
our senses will try to
You know they
determine
will.
choices we choose to make. So faith plays a huge
A
role, a
huge
huge
role.
part in being able to shift and navigate yourself and work toward having
Uh-huh.
that growth mindset. So let's talk about this because a lot of times people think they can do it in their own strength.
You can't. You can't. You can't. Greater is he that is in me than he that's in the world. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You need faith.
Yeah.
That's why he tells us to walk by faith and not by sight, because we see a lot of people fall who thought they can do it in their own strength.
Wow.
See,
Yeah.
faith, this is the thing about faith. Faith refuses to let your pain have the last word.
Wow.
If you come on, it refuses to let your sorrow, it refuses to let your rejection, it refuses to allow your neglect, it refuses to allow your hopelessness to have the last word. Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
And,
telling you, that's it. That I'm talking
and
about. Your faith is what testifies for you.
wow.
It testifies. It speaks for you. People trying to figure out why, but they sitting there like, man. That has to be. You ever been around people and they say there's something about you
Yeah.
because they can't figure out why you keep going when they've already quit?
Yeah.
They can't understand how you can keep talking about it's going to get better when all they can see is it getting worse.
Yeah.
Because they're looking at it from a place, they're looking at it from a natural when you're looking at it in a supernatural.
Right.
Faith allows you to see different. Your perspective is different.
Yeah.
Your sight is different. Your hope is different because you operate in a level of faith.
And you know what's been promised to you. Like, y'all, the the biggest issue when it comes to fixed mindset and growth mindset, faith based,
Faith based.
is that we want to do it our way.
Yes, we do.
And
Yes, we do.
the hardest part of this thing is shifting the way you think things should be, or how you think you should respond
Come on, go there, sis. Go there, sis. Go there, sis.
to
Walk
what
this
does
thing
the
out. Take
word
your
say.
time.
Like, what does
Uh-huh.
the word say about it? And people will dispute you up and down and try to make the word fit there. But what does the word say about it? Because here's the thing, when we choose to do it the way God tells us to do it, we're going to reap all the promises, all the
Mhm.
benefits. We're going to reap what we thought was stolen. We're going to get
Uh-huh.
double for our trouble. But we have to do it the way He tells us to do it.
Don't get caught up in the moment. Because that's what happens. We get caught up in the moment. And when we get caught up, I'm telling you, when we get caught up in the morning, I mean, in the moment, we think that having faith is denying that we've ever been hurt.
Right? It is not.
It's not denying that we've been hurt. Having faith is declaring that I'm going to be healed.
Right.
I may have been hurt, but I'm going to be healed.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing. We think, yeah, faith is not about surviving.
Right.
Don't get it twisted. Faith is about thriving
Mm-hmm.
right where you're at. People, you have to change your mentality. You have to change your perspective when it comes to your mindset and how faith affects your mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. What you've been through, your pain, your past, your hurt, it's going to try you. Uh-huh. But
Yeah.
faith reminds you.
Yes.
Faith reminds you.
Wow. Wow.
Come on. We
Wow.
got to come on. That's why you need that faith. Faith to snatch that pen and turn that period into a comma. You think it's the end. Faith to say, no. Don't let people put a period while I'm putting a comma.
Yeah.
No, that's still God's still writing your story. We'll
Yeah.
stop. We stop. Come, oh God. We keep on bringing something to an end when God says, "This is just a pause. I'm
Wow.
just pausing here for station identification, so you can catch your breath. Huh? I'm
Wow.
just pausing here so I can remind you that they that wait upon the Lord. Come on now. I'm just pausing here. I'm just pausing right here.
Yes.
Stop allowing people to put a period where God is trying to pause you.
Yes. And if the people you're around are not speaking how Dr. King is speaking to you in your life, then you got to consider, do I need these people around me? Because the people that are speaking in your life could be the reason why you're stuck in a fixed mindset, and why trouble and chaos is still brewing, and why you can't grow, because you wake up every day and you're like, I'm going to have a better day of forgiving. But if Sheila or Tab
Come on
or
now.
Christian or Christina, whoever your
Come on
people
now.
are, if they are feeding you things that are going to keep you in a fixed mindset, you have to
In the gutter.
yes, you got to rid yourself of that. You have to
People
rid
trying to keep you in the gutter.
they will,
Mm.
girl. They ain't worth your forgiveness, girl. If I were you, I'll do it
Whew,
like
that's
this.
it.
Ooh,
You just said it.
look, I'm your ride or die. Let's go. No, because
Until I get my
that,
man or
yeah,
until I get my woman. And then you stuck by yourself.
right.
Yeah. I'm your ride or die until I get mine.
Right.
Or if you're not careful, what you thought was yours will become mine. But that's a story for
Exactly.
another day. That's a story
Look,
for another day.
but you know, Dr. King, seriously, people will try to keep you stuck because they're stuck.
Because they're stuck.
And
Misery loves company.
yes.
It loves company. So you gotta be you got that's why I'm always talking to people and about who you surround yourself with. You have to surround yourself. If you, it's a saying or a quote that talks about being the smartest one in the room. If you are the smartest one in the room, you got to change the room.
Yes.
If you got people in the room with you, guess what? And you may be the smartest one in the room, but they're not trying to add something to the table. Come on, you got to change the room. I
Right.
don't need you to keep talking about how it used to be, what
Mm.
we used to do, how it was. We're beyond that. We're past that. We're no longer going up the hill. Bible promises us 3 score and 10. I can't speak for everybody, but I know I'm no longer going up the hill. I'm coming down it now.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that what we used to do when we were coming up the hill. That's what things we used to do we don't do. That's why you got to change your mindset.
Yes.
It has to be a growth mindset, because a fixed mindset say, yeah, y'all pop bottles in college, keep popping bottles. No, I'm past that. I'm past that. I'm trying to see how I can make my money work. Because guess what? If I'm not here to enjoy it, my wife will, and my kids, somebody will be here to enjoy it. But I plan to enjoy it. Lord, I
Right.
plan on going to now.
Right.
Plan to enjoy it. But you see what I'm saying? That's
Yes.
why you got to change your mindset
You
when you
do.
start looking at what you've wasted.
Mm.
Pe-
Mm.
People will befriend. Come on now. Prodigal son had a fixed mindset.
Yes.
Dad was trying to teach him how to have a growth mindset.
Yes.
He says, Daddy, give me all my stuff.
He even care.
Now,
I don't care
he
what
didn't
you
grow
got.
up in,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't care. He didn't grow up in my house. Can imagine saying that. He didn't grow up in my house. But he said, Daddy, give me all that belongs to me. Daddy gave him everything that he belongs to him. And he thought it was enough. And he went and hung around people who thought like he thought. And when he spent everything he had, the people who thought like he thought found somebody else who had something they can help spend and left him by himself
Right.
in a hog pen. Fixed
Wow.
mindset. But growth, this is the thing. And I wanted to say that to say this. When that growth mindset kicks in, don't deny it. Because his
Right.
growth mindset eventually kicked in and he started remembering what his father had.
And wasn't
And
pride.
he said, listen,
Yeah.
I'll go to my father's house. Let me
Mhm.
go to my father's house and at least be a servant. Let me go to my father's house and at least be a hired hand.
Mm. Bro.
That's that mindset.
So so let's talk to the people. Let's talk to the people. Because we have people who are listening now or who may listen, and they're saying, look, I hear what you're saying, but it's just certain things that have happened to me that I just can't forgive.
Ooh.
Like I refuse to forgive this or that. Or they may be saying, this just the way I am. Like I'm not changing who I am. It's my choice to stay this way. Let's talk to those people who just believe that what they've gone through is not even worth walking in forgiveness. Like, let's hit that, bro.
Okay. So the first thing I want to tell those people is that's not who you are.
Mm.
That's not who you are. That pain, that's not who you are. That unforgiveness, that's not who you are. That trauma, that's not who you are.
You broke up, something happened, you froze. But as he's coming back, we have to realize that it's always a choice. There is always a choice in forgiveness. And it's not giving somebody else a free pass in the forgiveness process. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is you are saying, I'm going to free myself of what this person has done to me or this situation that has occurred, I'm freeing myself. I'm releasing myself because I'm choosing me. Because here's the thing, when we free ourselves, what we're truly saying is we trust that God has our best interest at heart. We trust what the word says, that God will do the judging. Like, we trust that. Like, we're not trying to be the God over the situation. But what we're saying is, God, I'm going to free myself because I trust that you are going to do the work. You are going to do, whatever judgment needs to take place. But at the same time, I'm not trying to look for that person's demise. I'm willing to forgive and I'm willing to move on. And I'm going to pray for that person as long as I can, because all that is doing is healing me. But that truly does take the fit shifting from that fixed mindset to that growth mindset. Welcome back, bro.
I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there.
So, so let's talk about this because, bro, there is a danger.
Mm-hmm.
There is a danger in staying trapped in
Ooh.
a fixed mindset.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's a danger that people really don't understand. When you stay in the fixed mindset, that you are truly endangering yourself.
That's
Your
mm-hmm.
own life is in danger when you're staying in that. And there's a pain there. Like,
Ooh.
when you stay there, what you're saying is that you're okay with that pain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're okay with not having clarity and just thriving with your own life
I love this. I love
for
this.
somebody else. So let's talk about that.
So
Like,
so so do you remember in elementary school, and I'm pretty sure you probably remember this because you taught at an elementary school as
mhm,
well. Um, During the first days or weeks of school, they give the students tags. You remember that? So they'll know what bus or
yeah,
what, or who it
yeah,
is, where they're supposed to go, whether they're going to parent pickup, whether they're walking, whether they're getting on the bus. Because that tag, watch this, it identified them.
wow.
Or maybe some of you have been to visit someone in the hospital or something, or at a school, and they gave you a visitor's tag, because that visitor's tag was designed to ID you. It was designed to identify you, and that's the danger of a fixed mindset when dealing with your trauma. That fixed mindset will make you wear your wounds. It'll make you wear your past. It'll make you wear your hurts, just like a name tag. It will allow everybody to see you. Yes, I'm bitter. I'm big. That's me. I'm bitterness. I'm ungrateful.
Wow.
Here I am. I'm ungrateful. Yeah. I'm disrespectful. I don't listen to anyone. That's what that fixed mindset would do. So instead of saying I'm healed, and you wearing it like I'm healed or I'm
Right.
chosen, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We'll start weighing. That's the danger. You got to be careful of how you identify yourself.
Yeah.
When you start identifying yourself, think about it. Even in our music, how some of them identify themselves, and before you know it, you see the character. You see the
Wow.
character. Hear me. The character follows the identity.
Wow.
The character. So people will say, "No, I don't act like." Eventually, you're going to have to start acting like that in order to keep that name.
Mhm.
Because that name or that identity is the standard.
Wow. Wow.
That
Wow.
name of that identity is the standard. So you'll find yourself acting like that. So it's a danger. So you gotta listen. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. You gotta stop.
Wow.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, because sometimes I think people will look at us and be like, y'all are just acting like this is so easy.
Hey,
Like,
I'm
this is
encouraging myself while I'm talking.
right. But here's the thing, I've learned personally, in the shift from fixed mindset to growth mindset, there are setbacks,
Oh God.
there are failures.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna get this right
Nope.
all the time.
All the time.
Walking through the forgiveness process and the healing process, you're not gonna get it right the first time you
Mm-hmm.
start, or even the second time. Like, there's setbacks as you navigate through it, but you have to see it as these are learning processes for me to grow and get
Yes.
persistent in this shifting that's taking place. Because sometimes in the choosing, you don't want to choose what you know you should choose.
Uh-huh.
So you have to go through all of those shifts and those setbacks. So let's talk to the person who's saying, y'all make this sound easy. Let's just be real and authentic with them, bro.
Listen, this is the one thing that I've learned. My setbacks reveal who I
Mm,
am. Because sometimes I can have a setback and I can act up,
mm,
but then I can have a setback and I can give God glory.
yeah.
So it's revealing to me where I am,
Yeah.
and it also reveals to me whose I am.
Yes.
I need y'all to get that, because if your setback causes you to act out of character, you're not acting like you belong to Him. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be careful. That setback reveal what you're made of. It'll show you what you can endure. It'll
Wow.
show. It'll even show you what you no longer tolerate. So
Wow.
setbacks are necessary. God uses them to teach us. He uses them to strengthen us, and He uses them to prepare us, because He knows that this life is all about process. It's a constant process. We're on this process to perfection. Not saying that we're going to reach perfect, but we're on a process. We're trying to get there. And so when people see us and they hear us, it's like, I have to speak these words. I have to speak this because this is the life that I want to live. I'm not going to speak. My life will always be full of setbacks, and I will live a damaged and an purposeful life. No, 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 no. That's not the life that I want to live. So we have to make sure that what we want to live, we begin to reveal. We begin to speak it. Romans 5, we talk about this scripture. It makes it plain. We rejoice in our own. Paul said, we rejoice in our sufferings.
Yeah.
That's great. Can you come on? That's when you tell people. You ever heard somebody say, I just gotta laugh at myself?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't believe that I allowed myself to act like that. I can't believe I allowed myself to say that. I can't believe I allowed myself. But Paul tells us, no, don't act like that. Don't say that. Don't do that. Rejoice in your suffering. He says, knowing that the suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope.
Right.
So we're not saying that we're perfect. We're just saying we've learned how to cope with what we go through differently than how we used to.
Right. Learned how to respond differently. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and I like how you said laugh,
Yeah,
because
it's
I'm
good
telling
medicine.
you, sometimes things have happened in my own life, personally, with just, whether I'm going through something or my children are
Yep.
going through something. And I just have had to take a moment to say, I refuse to cry. I'm about to just laugh from my belly
Yeah.
and just
Oh, so you made a choice.
I made a choice to
Mm.
laugh from my belly, because I'm like, what is trying to take me under has no power, it has
Mhm.
no authority. But I am going to look at this situation. I am going to laugh, because
I need
I know that victory is already here. It just needs to be manifested in
I
the
need y'all to hear that, family. I need
and
y'all to hear that, family. A
go
choice.
with it. You have to choose to say, no, I'm not about to go off like you think I'm about to go off. I'm not about to be 8th Street. That's a little
Yeah.
joke people call me. They're like, that's 8th Street. I'm not about to be 8th Street and just go all
Yeah.
hood and all, ghetto, and let you bring me out of character. No, I choose to have a different response because I know what the outcome is gonna be.
Gonna be,
I know what the promise is going to be. Like,
don't get it twisted. I was born in the hood and raised by 3 brothers. So don't get it twisted. You want to you want to deal with Miss Benford. You don't want to deal with Yashika. You don't want to, because hey, battle tested and battle ready. You know what I'm saying? So that's who you want to deal. And people don't understand, but you choose. You made a choice to say, this is who I'm going to be, and I'm not going to allow you to pull me outside of that. Because I know it comes with being that. I know it comes with choosing to stay and having that type of mentality, that type of mindset. I know it comes with that. So I'm not going to allow you to keep me there. I've grown past that. And people don't like that. They don't like when you say, I have grown past that, and you should have too.
oh,
You know,
no, boo, I don't. I've shifted.
I've shifted. I don't move like that anymore. Things I used to do, I don't do no more. Places I used to go, I don't say no more. Things I used to say, I don't say no more. Don't get it. It comes.
Yeah.
But I don't let it flow.
Right.
I have a choice.
I have a choice.
It ain't no excuse. I'm sorry, because some of y'all about to get a little. There's no excuse my French.
Yeah.
That's an excuse.
You have a choice.
That's an excuse to say something that you know you shouldn't be saying it the way that you're saying it, but you're giving yourself the freedom.
Yeah.
That's yourself of giving yourself the freedom to say what it is, because you know you have already been convicted as if I shouldn't even be saying that.
You already know.
Your vernacular has changed.
You know what's so funny about this conversation, because I will tell my children that when I was this young girl, how I used to cuss like a sailor, and they just cannot believe it, because cuss words, they ache me. Like, they just like it, they really hurt me to the core. So it's so funny that, even as a young child, something stirred up in me where one day I was in like 5th grade, and I was like, I shouldn't be doing this. Like, I shouldn't be cussing like this. Like, and in 5th grade, I made the choice to change my vocabulary, my language. Like, so
you said you control your environment. You didn't allow your environment to control you. Exactly. Even at 5th grade.
Even in 5th grade.
Right. You said, you know what? This I wasn't raised. This is my thing, and I say this to people all the time. Listen, don't look at my mama. Don't point your finger at my mama and say, she raised this son and he out there just doing whatever. And she in the church and no. My mama raised me right. I had a choice. I had a choice. And I chose. And now I have to deal with my choices. Right. She raised, this has nothing to do with her. This is not this not on you, mama. Mama, if you watching, it's not on you. Now this right here, what I'm doing now, this is on you, because this is the life that you showed me. Yes. This is the life that you showed me. This is on you. But the life before, you didn't show me that. That wasn't on you.
And yes, Auntie, I did. I did. I did.
Oh God.
About this, because I know this is a piece of like a generational cycle or curse that I know has had to be broken.
Yes.
In our family. Because our family just was used to being negative.
Yeah.
I don't even think our family, and I'm talking about our overall I don't even think it was so natural to them, until it would be like, ouch, like that.
Yeah, that hurt.
Like mean and hateful, which I don't even know if we knew it growing up that we were in like the negativity, and that became like a mindset for us. And for me, I'll talk about myself, even into my adulthood, of having that negative fixed mindset, just
Mhm.
that negativity. Like it was just so easy to just let negative things just roll out, and just unaware of how that could affect other people. So let's talk about even that shift of trying having to shift from that negative mindset to
Mhm.
being positive, growing in
Well,
that.
one of the biggest things is, when you, again, we talked about choices, so you get a chance to hear something, that something becomes a part of you. But the one thing that I had to learn was I had to catch the lie before I speak it.
Mm,
That negativity that I was getting ready to say, that was a lie. And you
mm.
say, why was a lie? Because I may have been telling the truth, but the way that I was about to say it was a lie.
Wow.
It didn't need to be delivered like that. And
Yes.
we would convince ourselves that there were certain things that we had to say, and we had to say it that way. So don't let the live negativity leave your mouth.
Mhm.
Don't let the deceit of negativity leave you. Don't let the pain that is going to be caused by the negativity leave your mouth. There's a saying that says you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. So if you taste your words and your words are bitter to you, then you know they're going to be bitter to somebody else. The issue comes that negativity end up becoming a guardrail.
Wow.
It became a barrier. I use negativity to protect myself.
Mm.
Yeah. Even though we didn't like the negativity, you have to understand how it was, you don't like the negativity, but you start spewing it. Because now, in order to protect myself, in order to guard my heart, in order to guard my mind, watch this, in order to guard my self-esteem, I have to put up these guardrails. And
Wow.
so if that means being negative, then that's what I'll do. So I pick up what was said to me or said to somebody connected to me, and I'll use that to offend them.
Wow.
And that's what we did
Yeah. Wow.
because we didn't understand. So we have to learn how to catch it before we got to speak life over. Speak life. It
Mhm.
gets to a point now to hearing something negative irks me.
Yeah.
Speak truth,
Yeah.
but you don't have to be negative with speaking truth.
Yes.
And some people speak truth with power. Some people speak truth with passion. I can handle that. But you don't have to be negative with it. So you got to speak life. A fixed mindset is like that self-talk. It's always bringing up what was.
Mm.
You realize that?
Mhm.
It's always bringing up what was. You did this, your mama did that, your
Yeah.
daddy, and you're just like them, and you ain't, and this, that, and they ain't got nothing because the daddy ain't got, and they're gonna beat this, and you hear stuff.
Wow.
And the pain of it sometimes is it came from people who you knew what you were going through and you expected to hear something different,
Mhm.
but they spewed the same pain that you had to live through.
Yeah. Wow.
And so then when you did have somebody who tell you, you know what I'm saying, a family member come up and say, you awesome, you special, you
Wow.
handsome, you're beautiful, you this. Now I gotta fight my way through all of that because yeah, I know you love me and you're trying to tell me something to build me, but somebody else who I thought loved me just killed me.
Wow. Yeah.
So as much as I want to hear what you have to say, it's hard to.
Yeah.
So I wasn't being hard headed. I was just dealing with heartache. And
Yeah.
you didn't see that.
Yeah.
So you called me hard headed because you didn't want to deal with the fact that you were causing me heartache.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's just
And we have to be so careful, because that negativity, those are seeds that try to stay there and
oh
just
man, seeds of
be,
bitterness.
and just and sometimes you don't even know it's still rooted there, because it's just been there. Sometimes it's been dormant.
Oh my
Sometimes
God.
you trigger it, so
Triggers.
yeah, we just have to be so careful. And I'm just gonna say this before we move on, because I know we got to wrap it up. But if you one of those people who want to be okay being negative, you know, people like to say, God's still working on me. If you have to say, God's still working on me, that is an excuse for you to stay
Where you're at.
where you are in that fixed mindset. If you find yourself using that as just a tool to stay where you are,
I know my heart.
yeah, that's another one. We have to be so careful of those things because they just keep us stuck and keep us from growing. But let's hit this last thing.
And
This
so
is
you know God know our heart because he said our heart is he tells us it's desperately wicked.
wicked. So you're right.
Okay, go ahead.
No.
So you know your heart.
You
Okay.
call it out.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I know we have to finish.
Call it
I know we
out.
have to finish.
We're gonna wrap it up with this piece because I think this is the biggest barrier when it comes to shifting from that fixed mindset to that growth mindset when it comes to healing and forgiveness. And I'm guilty, you know, on here, we be honest.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of this same thought process. And the Lord had to deal with me with this, that when you start shifting and you start growing and it leads to forgiveness and it leads to healing, sometimes people don't want to follow through with that process because they
Oh,
feel like it's a sign of weakness.
weakness. Come on now.
And I am here to tell you from testimony that the person who can forgive has the most strength.
Come on now.
You have to be so strong to walk in
You
forgiveness.
better know it.
Like, it is such a, the enemy is just bamboozling so many people by having them believe this narrative that if you shift to that growth mindset of walking in true healing, walking in true forgiveness, walking in love, that's a sign of weakness.
Weakness. Come on now.
I mean, it takes the, it's easy. The weakness is it's easy staying
It's easy staying now.
forgiveness.
Easy.
It's easy to stay in that fixed mindset. But where it takes the most strength, bro, is growing, choosing to say, I'm not staying here. No matter how tough it is,
Yeah.
how hard it is, I'm gonna grow. And that takes strength.
It takes strength.
So much strength.
I mean, it's I'm so glad that we're ending it with this one because I'm learning that we have been made to believe that forgiving someone gives them power.
Wow.
It's like we make it a competition. It's as if we're saying they won. I
Wow.
forgave, so they won. You know, I forgave, so it's like
Almost
I'm
like you
letting
had to
them.
surrender. Like
I'm
I had
letting them walking over me. It's like I'm
to,
waving this white flag. And so that's the thing. So we tend to think that forgiveness is weakness, but when we don't, what we don't understand that when we don't forgive, that fixed mindset, that unforgiveness, all it does is cling to revenge.
wow.
It makes us, because what it's doing is building a case for
Mhm.
chaos. When we don't forgive, it builds a case for chaos. And
Wow.
eventually there's going to be a storm because revenge is coming. And so that's why it's necessary for you to forgive so you don't allow your mind to create or to create a moment where chaos has the ability to flourish. You got
Wow.
it. You have to be careful. Forgiveness isn't weakness. And I'm realizing it takes courage. It
Yeah.
takes strength to release bitterness.
Yes.
So
Look,
I,
let me chime in because our cuz said something so beautiful. Forgiveness is a gift you give
you
yourself.
give yourself.
Man.
Yep. Think about this. That's so why are we constantly robbing ourselves?
Mm,
Why are we constantly robbing ourselves? If it's a gift that we give ourselves, give yourself that gift
yes, a freedom.
of freedom. Forgiveness doesn't mean that what they did was okay.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't mean that what they said was okay.
And that it wasn't hurtful.
It wasn't. It does. That's not forgiveness. Doesn't mean that. Forgiveness means I refuse to let their actions control my life anymore.
Yeah.
That's a gift I'm giving myself. You
Yeah.
no longer have. I like that, cuz you no longer have control over me.
Mm.
You no longer can control me. I'm stronger than my pain. I'm stronger than my past. I'm wiser than my scars. I'm free because I am not going to allow unforgiveness to cause resentment.
Wow.
And that's a dangerous place. It's a dangerous place when I resent everything about you.
Wow. Yes.
That's a dangerous place when I can't stand. We've been there. I can't stand to see you. I can't stand to be in your presence.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous place to be. So we got to be careful. And I'm going to say this, sis, and I'm going to let you do with it what you want. A growth mindset sees forgiveness as a weapon of freedom.
Mm.
Forgiveness is a weapon, not a surrender of weakness.
Wow.
Your ability to forgive, that's a weapon. Forgiveness doesn't mean you have to keep dealing with the no.
Dealing with the person.
Yeah. Forgiveness says, guess what? I made up my mind. This is not going to change.
Yeah.
And I'm strong enough to be the bigger person and walk away.
Yeah.
Now, there's some situations we may not just be able to walk away from like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's some situations, instead of walking away, we really need to work on.
You got to confront it.
You got to confront it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When I'm stopping. When unforgiveness is Goliath.
Mm.
Think about this. Unforgiveness is Goliath. All the children of Israel were scared to say something. But when David heard what unforgiveness had to say, he confronted it.
Yes.
He said, I come to you. I don't come. He came to him in the name of the Lord.
Yes.
He didn't come in his own might. He didn't come in his own strength. He came in the name of the Lord. So he used God's word.
Yes.
That's what we gotta choose our words wisely, because our words are weapons.
Wow. Wow. Look, and I'm letting you know, those of you who are listening, that you are precious and you're valuable. And nothing should be able to minimize your value or your worth. Like nothing, no one, no situation should be able to take away your value. And that is what happens when we choose to stay in
No
unforgiveness.
forgiveness.
So, look, if you don't learn anything else, take baby steps with shifting your mindset. Just take baby steps.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. Like, and I'm telling you, in the
I
next
like that, sis. Baby steps.
the next 2 months, in the next 3 months, guess what? You might do something, might have a setback, but you get up and
Mm-hmm.
you continue to grow. And I promise you, by the time you look back, you'll see, like, Lord have mercy.
Make it a declaration.
Yes,
Daily
yes.
declaration.
Daily declaration. Look, y'all, we this has been a great
I
hour
enjoy this.
of talking about shifting our mindsets, and I have the faith that you can do it,
You
and
can do
I
it.
know that people will take the challenge. If that's gonna be you, say I'm up for the challenge.
I'm up for
I
the
am
challenge.
up for the challenge. I'm gonna type that too, because there's some areas where I need to be up for the challenge. And until next time, y'all be blessed, from the gutter to
From the
growth.
gutter to the growth.
Bye bye.
All right, family. Love y'all.